We know that some managers win trophies, others build legacies, and a rare few change the game entirely. José Mourinho, he's done all three. From his sharp suits and sharper tongue to his tactical masterclasses and infamous mind games, Mourinho is football's most polarizing figure. Hailed as a genius, dismissed as outdated, loved, hated, feared, admired, but never ignored. This is not just the story of a coach, this is the story of a man who outthought legends, who built dynasties, who burned bridges, and still found a way to win. This is José Mourinho. José Mourinho was born on January 26 in the coastal city of Setúbal, Portugal. Football ran through his veins. His father, Félix Mourinho, was a respected goalkeeper and later a coach. As a boy, José was immersed in the game. But unlike many, his dreams didn't rest on scoring goals or dazzling with skill. His mind was wired differently. He briefly pursued a playing career as a midfielder for Portuguese sides like Rio Ave and Belenenses. But, by his own admission, Mourinho knew he lacked the raw talent to reach the top as a player. Instead, he became obsessed with the game's tactical side, analyzing, questioning, learning. His mother, a school teacher, encouraged his academic discipline, which Mourinho would later blend with football intelligence. That obsession would soon set him on a unique path. Sir Bobby Robson, a managerial legend, arrived in Portugal to manage Sporting CP. But there was a problem: language. Enter Mourinho, fluent in English, Portuguese, and Spanish. Initially hired as a translator, it quickly became clear Mourinho was more than just an interpreter. At Sporting, then Porto, and eventually Barcelona, Mourinho became Robson's right-hand man, providing tactical reports, analyzing opponents, even advising on substitutions. Robson respected him, so did the players. Mourinho wasn't a former superstar, but his meticulous preparation and tactical insights earned attention. When Louis van Gaal took over at Barcelona, Mourinho stayed learning under another managerial giant. But quietly, José was preparing for his own spotlight. In 2002, Mourinho returned to Portugal as manager of FC Porto. Few expected the fireworks to follow. In his first full season, Porto won the league, the Portuguese Cup, and the UEFA Cup, but that was just the prelude. The 2003-2004 season cemented Mourinho's reputation as a tactical genius. His Porto side, compact, aggressive, and ruthlessly organized, stormed to another league title and stunned Europe by winning the UEFA Champions League. They didn't just win, they dismantled Manchester United, silenced Deportivo La Coruña, and outclassed AS Monaco in the final. At just 41, Mourinho had conquered Europe, and in his iconic Chelsea unveiling soon after, he declared to the world,
I have to say this. We have top players. And I'm sorry, I'm a bit arrogant. We have a top manager. Again, please don't call me arrogant, because what I'm saying is true. I'm European champion, so I'm not one of the bottle. I think I'm a special one.
The football world listened. The football world reacted. The special one had arrived. Part 4. Chelsea money, mind games, and glory. Chelsea under Roman Abramovich had ambition. With Mourinho, they found the man to match it. In his first 2 seasons, Chelsea won back-to-back Premier League titles, breaking defensive records, losing just 1 league game in 2004-2005, and instilling a ruthless, winning mentality. But Mourinho's success wasn't just built on tactics, it was psychological warfare. He mastered the media, turning press conferences into mind games, defending his players publicly, unsettling rivals privately. His feuds with Arsene Wenger, Sir Alex Ferguson, and Rafa Benitez became legendary. Yet, behind the bravado, his players adored him. John Terry, Frank Lampard, Didier Drogba all speak of Mourinho's ability to build unity, instill belief, and make players feel invincible. But success came at a price. Clashes with Abramovich over transfers and control led to his departure in 2007. It wouldn't be the last time. In 2008, Mourinho arrived at Inter Milan and Italian football was about to witness a tactical masterclass. Mourinho's Inter dominated domestically, but the real prize was Europe. The 2010 Champions League semi-final against Barcelona is still debated today. Mourinho's Inter, reduced to 10 men at the Camp Nou, produced a defensive display for the ages, resilient, disciplined, defiant. When Inter lifted the Champions League trophy in Madrid, completing a historic treble, Mourinho wept. It was not just victory, it was validation. But true to form, he left at the peak destined for his next challenge. In 2010, Mourinho took over Real Madrid, tasked with toppling Guardiola's Barcelona, arguably the greatest club side ever. What followed was football's Cold War. El Clasicos became battlefields, tactical chess matches, psychological warfare, on-pitch brawls. Mourinho's Madrid shattered records, scoring over 120 goals in La Liga and amassing 100 points in the 2011-2012 season. But the conflict was relentless. Mourinho's confrontations with Guardiola, the Spanish press, referees, even his own players, dominated headlines. Despite domestic success, the Champions League eluded him at Madrid. By 2013, exhausted by the constant turmoil, Mourinho departed. Back at Chelsea in 2013, Mourinho delivered another Premier League title, but familiar patterns, conflict, media storms, dressing room divisions resurfaced. At Manchester United, he won the Europa League and League Cup, but never truly recaptured his earlier dominance. A spell at Tottenham followed trophyless, but filled with drama. And then Roma. Many saw it as Mourinho's twilight chapter. But in 2022, he silenced doubters once more, winning the inaugural UEFA Europa Conference League. It made him the first manager to win all three major European competitions: Champions League, Europa League, and Conference League. At 60, the special one still had tricks up his sleeve.
I read a lot of times during this week that I have to prove a lot in English football. Sir Alex is the only one European champion in this country. I prefer not to comment because he's not. If you want to speak about big decisions, you don't speak just about the red cards. I prefer really not to speak. If I speak, I am in big trouble.
First trophy with Chelsea.
I'm very happy, of course. I'm very happy. Not just for me, because for me it's not so important. I think for the fans, for the club, for the players, especially for the players who were in this club for a few years without silverware. Again, please don't call me arrogant, because what I'm saying is true. I'm European champion, so I'm not one of the bottle. I think I'm a special one.
José Mourinho's legacy isn't measured by just trophies, though his 25 major titles speak volumes. It's the aura, the mind games, the rivalries, the press conference soundbites that made football more than just sport, they made it theater. His tactical legacy reshaped defensive organization. His psychological edge transformed how managers approach the mental side of the game. Love him or loathe him, Mourinho changed football, and he's not done yet. The special one, still special. Only time will tell. What's your favorite José Mourinho moment? Tell us in the comments. Subscribe, like,